Discover the unexpected outcomes of a simple river journey in this special feature. Find out what unforgettable experience will etch itself into the memory of a kayaker. Learn why being the fastest shark in the ocean isn't always an advantage. This special showcases thrilling footage of encounters between river and sea creatures and boats. Embark on an exciting exploration of nature's surprises. Extreme vacation. Kayak is a single-seater boat used by people to go down rivers or some other stronger currents. In a video, a man was seen paddling his kayak down the river in the woods, admiring the stunning views. While enjoying the wildlife beauty, the thought of an animal attacking the kayak crossed my mind. The color palette of the surroundings was all about the same, everything blending together, and it would be impossible to distinguish an alligator. Unfortunately, my fears were confirmed when an alligator attacked the man's boat. The predator rushed towards the man, but fortunately, it did not have the strength to overturn the transport. The man leaned on the nearest branch, lying on his right side, and managed to stand up. There were no repeated attacks on the kayak, and everything was quite peaceful and calm, which was a relief for the extreme vacation enthusiast. Encounter to remember. In the case of beavers, you may still have some doubts about your actions. After all, you do not encounter these animals every day, and you do not know how dangerous they are. But in the case of bears, things are much easier. These big creatures, as the following video shows, swim well and can even growl during this process. Luckily, these people managed to sail past the aggressive animal and prevented it from reaching the boat. I think if the eyewitnesses had been a little slower, this video might not have made it to the internet, if you know what I mean. River police. When people go boating on a river, they may not expect a beaver to attack their boat. However, it's important not to underestimate these animals, just because they don't often make headlines for attacking people. The reality is that beavers, with their large front teeth, can be dangerous. Beavers are not small rodents. They can weigh up to 66 pounds. They're excellent swimmers, reaching speeds of up to 6 miles per hour. If they feel threatened or if someone enters their territory, they may slap the water with their tails as a warning. If you encounter a beaver, like the individuals in the video, it's best to leave the area to avoid any potential danger. Snake encounter. The next, much less tense, but no less dangerous encounter took place in the homeland of the creepiest and, at the same time, most unusual creatures in Australia. A resident of this continent was standing up, paddleboarding, when an unknown snake suddenly crept up on him. It's good that he didn't dare to pet it or take a selfie with it to remember, because this creature could be very, very dangerous. The fact is that sea snakes are several dozen times more dangerous and toxic than land snakes, although intuitively it doesn't seem so to us. Their venom acts in a matter of minutes, so it's simply not possible to save yourself from a bite in such conditions. However, the individual that the man encountered most likely belonged to the species of the golden sea snake. These creatures are venomous, but not too much. They use the toxin only to make it easier to digest food. They grow up to 6.5 feet in length, have a flat tail, and large lungs that allow them to spend several hours underwater. You shouldn't have swum so fast. If I ever encountered a mako shark, the fastest shark in the world, I would say, "Hello, Mr. Shark." If only it could understand me. This magnificent creature can swim at speeds of almost 47 miles per hour, earning it the nickname Sea Peregrine Falcon. However, I believe that a speed of 12 to 20 miles per hour would still be more than enough to catch smaller prey underwater. Despite its impressive speed, it can sometimes get itself into trouble. For instance, some people were sailing in the open sea when a shark unexpectedly jumped on board their boat. It turns out that the predator had miscalculated its speed and didn't realize there was a boat nearby. Luckily for the shark, the people had no intention of harming it and helped to return the animal to the water. Had the people on the boat been fishermen, they would have been overjoyed by such an unexpected catch. However, it's good to see that the shark was given a second chance and released back into the ocean. I hope that it learned to be more careful in the future. Overplayed Its Hand. Oh, I think I found a possible sequel to that story. Imagine that no one was going to put the shark back in the water. Animals, just like in the cartoons, would cooperate and save their congener by doing something incredible. Like this. A friend of that speedy fish could have clamped the engine of the vehicle and kept it from sailing away. It would look something like this. Joking aside, do any of you have any thoughts on this shark's behavior? Why did it do all this? Write in the comments. Now it's my turn. Do you have any thoughts on surfing? From what I understand, most people have only watched others surf and haven't tried it themselves. If you're considering learning, you should be careful about where you start. Personally, I wouldn't recommend open areas like seas or oceans because brazen squids might steal your board at any moment. In fact, there was a man who had his board taken by a squid who seemed to want to try surfing for itself. Just a word of caution, you should never underestimate these creatures. Their tentacles have an oral apparatus that can crush skulls, and they're natural predators that will eat anything smaller than them, even their own kind. But getting back to the story of the brazen squid, it turns out that it wasn't trying to be aggressive. The squid was actually injured and was asking people for help. Fortunately, the surfers recognized this and helped the poor creature by dragging it to the shore and providing the necessary support. It's a remarkable story. Is the glass really story? The next creature humans encountered is no less astounding. The genus Homo, to which we belong, appeared about 2.5 million years ago. That seems like quite a long time, but by global standards, it's absolutely nothing. Even the blunt-nosed six-gill shark that swims in our waters today has been 60 million years. Their closest ancestors are found in mineral deposits that are over 200 million years old. Over such a long period of time, this creature has not only adapted to the environment, but also learned to grow to gigantic size. They grow to almost 16 feet in length and can weigh over 100 pounds. These sharks are viviparous, and females are capable of carrying up to 80 babies at a time. They mainly feed on carrion, but can also attack living creatures if there's any chance. We can only hope that they never get the chance because this video, in which people are behind glass and look at the shark in wide-eyed astonishment, makes it clear that a person will have little chance of survival. Can you give me a ride? Remember the story about the alligator and the kayak? It turns out that not all experiences in the wild are negative. Sometimes it can be pleasant and safer for life. In this story, a sailor went out on a trip and sailed far enough from the shore when suddenly his boat shook. He thought something was wrong, but it turned out to be much simpler than that. Upon turning around, the man noticed that his peace had been disturbed by a very cute seal. The large creature climbed up the aft and froze, as if waiting for the man to sail a certain distance and drop the animal off at the desired point. To me, it seems like if any animal should quietly sneak up on people from behind, it should be the adorable seals. Crocodile. Just when I remembered about that aggressive alligator from the river that tried to overturn the tourist kayak, we came across another story featuring these toothy predators. Crocodiles once again do not wish anyone well, but try to attack and get on the boat. What's funny in this story is the crocodile jumped on a rather tall boat, and I didn't even have time to realize how it managed to do it. I thought they had a great horizontal leap, but as you can see, they can jump up perfectly as well. I wonder how the man on board then chased the predator away, with a stick, or with his bare hands. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments which animal moments surprised you the most. See you later.